Globe. Canadians are front and center at Halifax, Nova Scotia, determined to make their mark in preparation for their journey to Helsinki, Finland for the World Championships. The pairs is sure to give you a taste of what the world has to offer. The dance, elegant, dazzling, distinctive, with Canadians leading the field. And buckle up, everyone. Tonight, the men answer the question, how high can you fly? Curtain call at the Four Continents next. CTV Sports has come to Halifax. Welcome to the Halifax Metro Center for the ISU Four Continents Figure Skating Championship, and it should be a great night of action. We will have highlights for you from the women's program as well. We will have the competition in the pairs, the dance. Yes, you'll see Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz in the program they have dubbed the Heart Attack, and the men's free skate. And earlier today, as you saw here on CTV, some news to report. First of all, in the short program for Elvis Stojko, he did attempt the quad. The quad has to come out of a step sequence. He went up, made the right number of revolutions, but double-footed the landing. Here's another look at it. Elvis sets up nicely for it. He said he liked the way the jump felt. Just a matter of getting that leg around to make it a clean jump. And as he completed his short program, look on his face said, well, not too bad as I tune it up for Helsinki and the World Championships. Takeshi Honda of Japan has been nursing an injured left ankle, but it did not seem to be bothering him in the short program. Watch as he nails his triple combination, triple axel, triple toe. Takeshi Honda has been training in Barrie at the Mariposa Club with Elvis Stojko, and he was pleased. But the story happened here. This is Nin Zhang of China. The 22-year-old does this. He lands a quad cleanly in the short program, becoming the first man in history to do so. And here's another look at the historic moment. And as it stands right now, Elvis Stojko is in third place. Takeshi Honda leads the way. Min Zhang of China is in second place. The other Canadians, Emmanuel Sandu is 10th right now, while Jean-Francois Hébert stands in 11th position. Let's check in with the women who will be calling the action tonight. Here's Debbie Wilkes and Barb Underhill.
Thanks, Rob. Barb and I are certainly looking forward to the free skates tonight, particularly, Barb, I think the men's event where Elvis is in third.
The men's is going to be extremely exciting, and who would have known that he would be battling it out with the Chinese team, with Takeshi Honda. I think what this says is that doing the quad in the short program is a huge gamble. And for Elvis, I think he just needs to go out in the long and put it down like he always does. I'm going to put my money on him because he's the one that can do it in the long program.
And I'm looking forward to some improvement in performance from Christy Sargent and Chris Wertz, too, in pairs.
Well, it was surprising in the short program. They were not at all on top of their game. I think they were in a bit of a shock afterwards. They realized they need to pull up their socks because to not place second to the Chinese team here would be a real setback for them on their way to Worlds. They need that positive momentum going out of here. But the Chinese team are on such a mission. They have that fire in their eyes. And you know who else has that fire is Valerie Surette and Jean-Sébastien Fecteau, our other Canadian team.
And what a boost, too, for our dancers. All three dance teams warming up in the final flight of skaters.
Very exciting to see so many Canadians up at the top. For Shaylin and Victor, Canadians watching them, we were a little surprised that they looked a little bit ragged, a little bit unprepared, and we all know now why. Shaylin's been struggling with a knee injury. For them, they just want to take their level up a little bit from here, go home, take a bit of a rest, I think, hopefully there is a real question mark as to whether they'll go on to the Grand Prix final, but they just want to be ready for Worlds.
And I have to say, a little bit of disappointment, a great deal of disappointment on the performance of our women.
Well, coming into this event, it was exciting because looking at the practices, our women had a shot. All three of them had a shot at being in the top three, but that went out the window when they didn't skate up to par in the short program, and they were out of contention. So that was very, very disappointing. Certainly the favorite here is Tatiana Malinina, and the American women who all stood up and skated well in the short program.
So, Rob, we're looking forward to a wonderful night of competition.
Pairs competition, the Chinese champions ready to fly. The U.S. champs, Hartzell and Hartzell. And the Canadian champions, Sargent and Wirtz. Here are the standings after the short program. Zhu Weishen and Hongbo Zhao of China leading. Valerie Sorette and Jean-Sébastien Fecteau in second place, and then the American champions. A surprise for Christy Sargent and Chris Wirtz. How will they respond for their free skate? They are in fourth. And the remainder of the pairs competitors here in Halifax. Once again, let's get ready for pairs action with Barb Underhill and Debbie Wilkes.
Our next competitors are the first couple from China to win a major competition, the NHK Trophy in '97. They are the leaders after the short, Zhu Weishen and Hongbo Zhao from China.
Side-by-side triple toe loops. And now one of their most explosive moves, triple twists. Everything about this team is powerful and explosive, including this throw jump right here, a throw triple loop. If they skate this well at the World Championships, there is only one team in the world that can even hope to beat them, and that's the world champions Bershnaya and Stikerlidze.
Beautifully clean skate for the leaders, Xue Shen and Hongbo Chao. The leaders after the short from China, Xue Shen and Hongbo Zhao. They've been working so hard this year on their polish. They've been criticized for great technique, but nothing in between.
Well, and I think their choice of music has really helped us connect with them better this year. And I love the way their lifts just come out of nowhere. You're not expecting them to happen. They just happen.
And a good deal of originality. They treat every competition like it's deadly serious. And each one of them has a learning experience.
See, again, they just stretch back and straight up into that lift. There isn't a team in the world that does that. Most teams skate halfway down the ice in preparation to do a lift. This team just takes them out of nowhere. The throw jumps, really there isn't anybody that can do them like this with this kind of height. And the solid landings. It's like you can see her smiling in the air. She knows she's going to land it because she is so perfectly square in the air. But it's this element that stands out from the rest. Great height and explosiveness in that triple twist.
And almost in a horizontal position, which is hard to catch.
Very. I'd say they're ready for Worlds.
I'm with you. I'm with you. They're all over it.
The marks for Xue Shen and Hongbo Zhao for technical merit. 5-7, 5-8,
Oh, big mark.
5-8, 5-8, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7. The marks for presentation. 5-6,
And again, and they are
5-7,
solidly in
5-7,
first.
5-8, 5-8,
With
5-5,
some good pairs still to
5-8.
come.
Thank you.
Our next competitors are the Canadian team of Valerie Sorette and Jean-Sébastien Fecteau. They had a terrible accident in warm-up in preparation for the throw double axel. Watch what happened.
She broke out of the air early and goes flying into the
Our
board.
next competitors representing Canada.
Hurting her
Valerie Sorette
shoulder and
Jean-Sébastien Fecteau.
ouch, her hip bone as well.
They went off the ice after warm-up, tried to settle down.
But if
Did
anybody,
some loosening up.
anybody can handle this situation, she can. She's tough as nails. Opening with the triple twist, which is going to be hard on that shoulder. And now the critical move for them. She had difficulties in the short program with this triple toe loop. And now she's just got to tough this out. Not only did that, I'm sure, physically hurt, but I'm sure it just knocked the wind right out of her sails.
They called for the medics to come on the ice. She lay there for several Valerie's mother looking on. Does this not bring out the very best in people?
Well, I can tell you this deserves this standing ovation. That was a gutsy, gutsy performance.
As they say, the show must go on. Valerie Surratt and Jean-Sébastien Facteau, the pride of Canada tonight. Barb, you said it was a gutsy performance by Valerie Surratt and Jean-Sébastien Facteau. Every pair skater faces the fact that a fall is imminent at any point.
And that was a big test. That was the first move of the program. A lot of stress on that shoulder.
Thank you very much.
And here into the throw triple Salchow. Boy, she just powered everything out. You could see on her face she was having to concentrate on every single move. I've just been so impressed with their entire attitude this season at the Canadians, here in the short program.
And unfortunately, because we are only sending 2 pair teams to Worlds, they will not be going. And all the way through the performance, here was Valerie's mother, Pierrette. Oh, my stomach's turning too. And every parent handles it differently. Some can't even bear to watch. And here, the very end of the performance, 4.5 minutes, probably the longest 4.5 minutes in Valerie and Jean-Sébastien's career.
And you know, more than anything, she looks mad at herself. She looks disappointed. But she should not be disappointed with this effort here.
And Jean-Sébastien Facteau for technical merit. 5-0, 5-2, 5-0, 5-2, 5-1, 5-1.
Any mom whose daughter may be thinking about going into pair skating may be thinking twice about that tonight.
5-0, 5-3, 5-1, 5-3, 5-3.
When checking out the shoulder.
5-5.
Valerie Surratt and Jean-Sébastien Facteau in second place.
Our next competitors representing Canada, Christy Sargent and Chris
Here are our
Wirtz.
Canadian champions, Christy Sargent and Chris Wirtz, who found themselves in a disappointing 4th place after the short program.
Trying to redeem themselves after a dismal performance, missing several elements in the short program. And as always, right off the top, they open with the most critical move, and this usually sets the tone for the performance. But she does it tonight.
They both got it. Side-by-side triple toes. Any new event such as the Four Continents Championship, skaters have to beware not to take it too lightly.
I think they came into this event a little too relaxed prior to the short program, but they're serious here.
To think about how important Europeans has become way back at their beginning. Sonia Henny, this is back in the 20s. She didn't compete because she didn't think it was important enough.
Well, I think what's most important for them is that they carry that great momentum that they started at the Canadians when they skated brilliantly, that they carry this through to the World Championships. That is so important. you can see they're really turning up the performance a notch.
The best back outside death spiral in the business.
And they look like they were having a great time out there.
Well, that was more like it. Christy Sargent and Chris Wirtz looking for a move on to the podium. There are marks. But first, here's Rob with the gutsy pair, Valerie and Jean-Sebastien.
Valerie, let's go back to the warm-up. Exactly what happened?
Not very sure about what happened. I just went black out in the air, and I just opened and crashed down to the board.
We saw you walking around. What was the most difficult part about it? I know you looked like it was a right hip, maybe a little bit of the back. What was the most difficult?
Both sides. All the right, like here, ribs, the back, the hip. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
What did you say to her just before you went out for your free skate?
I told her to try to regroup, focus, to concentrate, and to do the best she could.
So as you went out, what were you thinking? Did you just try to block it out of your mind?
Yeah, exactly. Just try not to think about it. Just go for the program.
Did you think about it again when you got to the throw again? Were you even worried about that?
No. It was just going, no, you don't think about it.
It was a marvelous performance. Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you.
Great. Your control. Very nice.
Christy Sargent and Chris Wirtz just leaving the ice to a bevy of welcomes from Coach Paul Wirtz, Chris's brother, and Marina Zueva, their choreographer.
And here's the opening. And Chris doubled.
Didn't see that.
Didn't see that. We're always watching Christy. And now there's something to be said for the instant replay, because I bet
Thank you.
many of those judges missed that double of that jump. But everything else was right on.
Very good.
Let's watch the landing, where she takes a bit of a nosedive on this throw double axel, a little far forward, but she hangs on, doesn't touch the ice. Oh boy, she fights for that.
Don't you dare, don't you dare. Watching her head go down.
They were so impressive at the Canadian Championships. They were all business all week. And I think what happened was they got here and they just, the pressure wasn't there. Soleil and Pelletier weren't here. And it was such a different feeling. They weren't sure how to treat this event. And I think they should take a lesson from Elvis. Elvis treats every event exactly the same way.
The marks
And I think they learned from that, and they came out here tonight with their guns going.
5-5, 5-5, 5-5.
And the marks to show for it.
5-6, 5-5, 5-5. The marks for presentation.
Whoa, 5-9.
Love that 5-9 from Canada. And it's enough to move Christy and Chris into second place with one pair left to skate.
5-5, 5-7. Thank you.
The only team that could make
Our
a
final
difference
competitors representing the United States
are the
Danielle
United
Hartzell
States
and
pair
Steve
champions,
Hartzell.
Danielle Hartzell and Steve Hartzell. They were in third place after the short program. It's all up to them.
And they're on a bit of a roll. They went into their national championships hoping to make the top 3 to go to the Worlds. Instead, they came out the national champions.
Would make you adjust a few dates in your daytimer, wouldn't it?
Triple twist opening. side triple toe loops. Didn't he do it?
He did it. Did she do it?
She did it.
We need to get our choreography better.
We should mention that instant replay is not in place for the long programs yet. They're only using it in the short programs here.
And the plan, as I understand it, is to keep it that way.
Very different position, unique to them.
This last minute of the program, the most serious, if they want to keep Sargent and Wirtz behind them. Strains from Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet.
And technically, a comparable performance to Sargent and Wirtz. However, Sargent and Wirtz had the performance tonight.
Daniel and Steve Hartzell from the United States. The final results from the pairs competition only moments away as we await the marks of Daniel and Steve Hartzell from the U.S.
Here the side-by-side triple jumps. Let's make sure they both did them. I'll watch him.
Okay.
And he triples. They both triple.
I did it.
They're clean.
I thought, you're right, technically they were comparable in terms of content. Some original stuff that was fun to watch. But to me, the program ran out of gas.
It did. And it lacked this spark that Sargent and Wirtz had there tonight. They performed it. And you could tell also by the crowd reaction. It was instant with Sargent and Wirtz. Double axel.
Unison of the jumps were great.
Here it is, watch.
Sorry.
And here's the throw triple loop. She doesn't get enough height here.
You know what, so just got a little bit squat.
Sorry.
You can hear her say she got tight. She didn't get up into the air before she started the rotation.
How's that for expression?
Better, Steve.
This is a team that works so hard. It's not all natural ability. They work
That was
hard.
me on the loop.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jen.
Hi,
They
Dad.
train hard.
Hi, everyone at BSC.
And they do huge numbers of run-throughs.
The marks
Run-through
for
being
Hansel and
exactly what you saw from beginning to end. Some
it
pairs
shows.
do them more than once.
5-3, 5-4, 5-3.
Technical merit marks lower than Sargent and Wirtz.
5-3, 5-3. The marks for presentation. 5-4.
Presentation marks
5-5,
slightly lower as well. And
5-4,
Christy Sargent and Chris
5-5,
Wirtz move into
5-3,
silver medal position on the
5-4,
podium. Daniel and Steve
5-3.
Hartzell have to settle
Thank you.
for the bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial standing.
Here are the final results from the pairs. Xue Shen and Hongbo Zhao from China win the gold medal. Sargent and Wirtz make the move to second and silver. Daniel and Steve Hartzell, the brother and sister U.S. champions, are third. Soret and Fecteau fourth. And the remainder of the field. Chris and Christy are with Rob backstage.
Well, an extremely focused, long program. Did you guys come out with a game plan?
No, I think we just, we really wanted to do it. I mean, we wanted that top 2 placement. So, I mean, we put our minds to do it, and we went for it. So.
You almost had a fighter's mentality out there.
Well, Christy and I yesterday had a little trouble in the short because we had a little trouble getting focused on the warm-up. And everybody noticed. So when everybody else noticed, we said, hey, maybe we're not taking this the way we should. So we came in today, and the whole day was focused on giving a performance that could either win this thing or at least put us in the top 2 where we want to be. So the whole day was focused on those 4.5 minutes. And normally we take the days lighter. You know us. Everybody knows us. We take a light attitude towards things. But today we stayed focused, and we're really pleased.
There were a couple of opportunities where it looked like you were a bit of a struggle where you pulled them out each time.
Yeah, I just said to myself, there's no way you're going down tonight. I mean, I don't go down twice in a competition, so I put my mind to it, and I said, no way. So.
What does this competition mean for you guys as you prepare for the World Championship?
I think after the Nationals to come out and have a good performance in the long program. Obviously, the short was disappointing, but have a good result. It's a bonus because after Nationals, it's such a hype, it's such a drain. The National Championships, there's so many good teams in this country, and you let your armor slip for 1 second, and you're in trouble. You're not on the world team. So going into Worlds now, we'll take what we used here, but basically we want to get back to our national level, which we sort of just really focused for. And this one, I don't want to say we didn't focus, but we had a lot of trouble training, and it was really hard to get ourselves back up into this competition mode.
Well, congratulations on the silver medal, and we'll see you in Helsinki.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rob.